kit is one I was looking for. I needed a driver for my case tractor and another one who's fumbling around with a tool. And I needed 2 figures to do some maintenance on my GMC tank truck. The front box art was the reason to choose the kit as a present. That was before my last review on a MiniArt figure set. Anyway, the box art looks very nice and the figure's features usually come very close to the illustrations. Some advertising for 2 more figure sets. The kit was released in 2015, so it's rather new. The usual bit of information on styrene kits. After my last experience with the MiniArt figure set, I was afraid of what I would find when I opened the box. Well, I found 3 sprues, but that's what I expected. Let's start with figure A. It's the guy who's refilling a tank from a jerry can. It's a German jerry can and it consists of 4 parts. The chap's face looks really nice, not to compare with the soft detail I found on the last MiniArt set. The utility cap has some nice folds. The same goes for the overall he's wearing. And while I was almost happy with the figure, I looked at these hands and the flesh on them left me with a sad face again. Cleaning up hands is a tedious job anyway because it's easy to remove too much and end up with damaged fingers. The more there is to remove, the more dangerous the task becomes. Compared to the hands, all the other parts don't even have much of a seam line to clean up. The jerry can's detail is quite okay. The cap is a single part, as is the handle. The handle is, I'm looking for a friendly word. Crap. Even the old artillery jerry can set, which is almost 40 years old, has much better handles. Figure B is the one who's loosening or tightening lug nuts. The wrench looks crooked and misshapen. And then the face looks very nicely molded again. I have no explanation for the huge differences between parts on one sprue. The body shows realistic looking folds and it shouldn't be too difficult to bring them out with a wash and some highlighting. These hands aren't perfect but way better than those of the first figure. Look at the guy's legs, they're really nicely done. MiniArt made different caps for all the guys. That is remarkable. They could have made one for all. I've seen much worse seam lines just recently. Cleaning them up won't be a problem. A final look at the wrench and the question, what the heck? I wonder what I'll do about it when I get around to building this figure. Figure C is the driver among the drivers. Third face out of 3 that I really like. He could look a little more relaxed though. He's the lucky guy who'll drive the case tractor. The art of sculpting figures has come a long way. Details like this weren't heard of when I started modeling. Really nice and crisp. The hands are nicely molded, but there's something between a pronounced seam line and flesh on them. The folds on the overall's legs are superb. The seam lines are a bit too much for my taste. Figure D is merrily pumping along. We can see that the chap's hands are molded on the pump's handle. That's something I really like because it's almost impossible to glue hands to a handle in a good looking way. I know I say it again and again, but I really like the folds. Difficult to imagine that it's possible to do it better on styrene figures. Again, a face with nice details. The jacket and the pockets are nicely molded. There's only a little bit of flesh around the helmet's rim. I drilled a matching hole into the handle to accommodate the pumped shaft. Here we have the pump. There's a very pronounced seam line to remove and you want to take extra care here. Well, there's quite a lot of cleaning up to do. rear strap is molded on and it looks very nice. There's also some basic interior. It would have been nice to have helmets like this in the Soldier's Address set. Figure E is the guy with the open jacket who's leaning on or over a fender on the box art illustration. He'll be used for my Red Ball Express dio. Again, his face looks very nice, although I'll use another head. I'll keep this one for future use. The body comes in 3 parts, and according to my experience with MiniArt figures, the result after the assembly should look nice. These hands will need a lot of work to look good. Again, there are nicely sculpted folds on the trousers. As usual for MiniArt, we find the instructions on the back of the box. Along with the part numbers, there's the painting guide.
What do they say?
MiniArt's color callout mentions paints of 7 manufacturers, and I really like that.
Job is a tag with the belt in your bag. I'm draped to the bricks.
Of course, I can't tell you anything about the fit of the parts before the assembly. The majority of them looks very nice and shouldn't be too difficult to clean up. Some parts have pronounced seam lines or even flash, but that's not half as bad as the last MiniArt figure set I reviewed. This set is 1 year older, and I hope MiniArt can maintain or even improve the quality they show with this kit. The company has a lot of great ideas and very nice kits. It would be nice to see a little more of that on the moldings of their figure sets.
A jack your shop is a tack.